with Greg Goodrich, the head honcho of everything Medal of Honor related. Right off the bat, I gotta ask you, since we're in Denmark, I know in multiplayer you can play as Swedish Special Ops troops, as Norwegian Special Ops troops, but not as Danish Special Ops troops. Why no love for Denmark?
Yeah, hey, that's been a real popular question. I was just in Spain last week, and it was the same question. And 12 different units, 10 different nations. There's 193 United Nations, and clearly we couldn't do them all. Right. But when we chose the operators, we work with the guys. We work with the Tier 1 operators, the consultants that we work with. And we sat down with them, and we asked them who should we include, what list of nations should we include, and clearly there were some, everyone had their favorites, and everyone came forward with who they thought, and there were some obvious choices, and then there's about 40, 50 other groups that they all suggested, including the Danes, and we had to cut it off at one point. Right. But we do have a metagame, so you can fight for Denmark in Medal of Honor through our battle log system. We have a metagame where all 193 nations are represented. So as you perform well on the battlefield in multiplayer, you earn points, essentially tokens that you can then go to our web-based social network battle log and fight for Denmark.
So, given that you are including a bunch of different countries in the multiplayer, I'm assuming there's some gameplay differences between who you're playing as. Yeah,
so mostly the differences come in the different classes. There's 6 different classes, so there's a total of 72 operators to unlock. And, a demolitions class plays much differently than a sniper, much differently than a point man or assaulter, heavy gunner, spec ops. And so the differences really come down to the different classes and the weapon systems. And when we talk about the different nations, then you'll get the different battle chatter and the camouflage, and as you unlock those different units, you'll get new weapon systems and attachments and such. So that's where the differences come in.
So 72 classes.
72 operators, 6 different classes, 12 different units.
So they're mostly the same across different countries?
So, so once you unlock all the different operators, and get the new weapon systems and attachments and the camouflage, by the time that you've unlocked all of them, there are similarities between a Grom assaulter and a SEAL assaulter. Like I said, the differences really comes down to the different classes. Okay.
Speaking about single player, unlike previous Medal of Honor games, this one is sort of set different locations all around the globe rather than one theater of operations. So what's going on with the story-wise?
So the story was written by the guys, 2 of the guys, while they're deployed overseas, and this is the first Medal of Honor that is not set in a single location or a single historical event. It's multiple touch points, multiple moments that are inspired by dotted lines of things that have actually happened, and taking a much more global look at things, such as today we showed the Philippines. We've also shown Somalia, and I said there's that story moment in Madrid as well. And so just really opening up, not only, like I said, in multiplayer with the different nationalities and giving that sense of national pride, but just giving a more global look at the problem of this distribution of this nasty explosive PETN, and that's sort of the threat that threads everything together. And this team and this task force with Preacher and Voodoo and Mother and the guys out there trying to solve this problem and keep this nasty stuff off our shores.
So the story was, did I get that right? The story was made up by 2 actual operators.
Yeah. They wrote it. It was something that there was this manuscript that they had, and they wrote it while they were in a combat zone. They were deployed, and we took most of that, a lot of pieces from that manuscript, and sort of brought it together with all the core tenets of Medal of Honor and the storylines and the themes that we focus on, and that's sort of how Medal of Honor Warfighter came about.
I'm asking because that other shooter series that you're competing against has a tendency to, sort of go way over the top and have sort of like James Bond villains and stuff that makes no sense when you think about it. And Medal of Honor, the previous game and this one seems to be a lot more grounded in reality.
Yeah, so we try to keep things authentic. You know, we've talked a lot about that, and we use that word authenticity quite a bit. But we also try to just keep things plausible and relatable. These characters are all based on, inspired by real guys and the types of things that they're going through. And this community, you know, paying tribute to the special operations community and now the global special operations community. And, you know, we've always tried to just kind of carve our own path and make our own way and do something uniquely Medal of Honor. Now, there are times when we swim outside of that lane line and we do go to places that feel very over the top and very, very action oriented, because you got to give the gamer that. You know, gamers expect, especially our audience, expect, you know, a slick first-person shooter that gives them all the action and everything they're looking for and from this genre. But we always try to base ourselves and root ourselves in authenticity and plausibility and sort of come back to that lane and continue on.